Shrimp-only tanks are often called the quiet achievers of the aquarium world. They don't have the flashy movement of fish, but they make up for it with fascinating behavior and a level of detail you'll never get tired of watching. Imagine a cluster of tiny shrimp grazing together on a leaf, or filter-feeding shrimp fanning the water column for food. Calm, delicate, and endlessly fascinating. If you're brand new to shrimp keeping, this might surprise you. Shrimp don't actually need a huge tank. Neocaridina shrimp, like red cherry shrimp, can live in something as small as 5 gallons. But here's a catch. Smaller tanks swing in parameters very easily. I recommend at least a 10-gallon setup because the larger water volume is far more stable. Patience is everything. Shrimp rely heavily on biofilm, microfauna, and overall stability. You should let the tank establish for at least 3 to 4 weeks before adding any shrimp. If you add them too soon, you risk losing most of your colony to swings in water parameters or lack of food. It's also important to match species to the right setup. Neocaridina are hardy and perfect for beginners. Bamboo and vampire shrimp need at least 20 gallons, strong flow, and a mature tank. Caridina and Sulawesi shrimp need precise, stable conditions. Mixing them into a Neocaridina style setup almost always ends badly. Cost varies a lot. Higher grade and certain colored Neocaridina, like black rose shrimp, can cost more than your ordinary red cherry shrimp. Amano, bamboo, and vampire shrimp are pricier due to size. Caridina and Sulawesi can range from $10 to $30 each, with rarer types climbing past $200 per shrimp. Maintenance is light but precise. Weekly 10 to 20% water changes are helpful in newer setups, but in mature tanks, bi-weekly or less often works. Some shrimp keepers find that simply topping off their tank is enough. Stability is the key. Mulm, biofilm, detritus, and algae aren't dirt, they're food. Vacuuming should be minimal, and routine care usually means rinsing the sponges, plant trimming, and light algae scraping off the front glass while leaving the side panels alone. Vacation care is where shrimp tanks shine. A mature, planted setup with botanicals and snowflake pellets added can sustain shrimp for 1 to 2 weeks. Unlike fish, shrimp don't overeat and have a low bioload, so they don't really foul the water. I've created my own line of premium shrimp foods, designed not just to make feeding easier, but to give your shrimp the same natural variety and nutrition they'd find in the wild, keeping them healthy, active, and thriving. Let's start with the staple foods, the ones you can feed once or even multiple times a week. The first is Fuse, a carefully balanced fusion of land and sea ingredients. It blends proteins like salmon, krill, and shrimp with algae, yeast, and essential vitamins. That combination gives your shrimp omega-3s for color, antioxidants for immunity, and gut-friendly nutrients that support digestion and steady growth. In short, Fuse is an all-in-one diet that helps build a strong, thriving colony. To complement that, there's Vita. Where Fuse is protein-heavy, Vita is entirely plant-based. It's made from a blend of vegetables like carrot, spinach, kale, beetroot, pumpkin, and sweet potato. Packed with fiber, minerals, and antioxidants, Vita encourages healthy molting, natural coloration, and long-term vitality, all without fillers or preservatives. Used together, Fuse and Vita give your shrimp the same balance they'd naturally seek out in the wild. Next are the complementary foods, perfect as weekly add-ons or treats. Snow is my snowflake food, which are soybean hull pellets. When it hits the water, it expands into a soft, fluffy layer that shrimp graze on for days. As it breaks down, it also fuels biofilm growth, one of the most natural food sources for shrimp. It's high in fiber, safe to leave in the tank for a long period of time, and even works as an ideal vacation food when you're away. And finally, there's Buzz, pure, natural bee pollen granules. Buzz is loaded with protein, amino acids, vitamins, minerals, and powerful antioxidants. It gives your shrimp an incredible boost for growth, color, energy, and overall health. Even a small weekly feeding of Buzz can make a noticeable difference in your colony. The great part is, you can pick up any of these foods individually, as a 4-pack, or even as a sample 4-pack if you just want to test them out. And to make it even better, you can get 10% off when you use promo code FOREVER10 at checkout. You'll find the link in the description and pinned comment below. These 4 signature foods make shrimp feeding easy and stress-free while giving them the same balance they'd get in the wild. So, while shrimp-only tanks are budget-friendly, low-maintenance, and stable once established, they really reward patience. If you enjoy detail and want a calm, fascinating setup, shrimp-only tanks might just surprise you.